please help out the channel. Hit that subscription button. I'm coming out with tons of videos and you don't want to miss them. p.o.d, Southtown. Alright, so drop D tuning for this song, D-A-D, G-B-E. We'll kick it off with this intro riff. Nice clean tone here, just kind of mellow. We'll do 4 strums on an open A power chord. Open A, 2 on the D there, just 4 quick strums. Then we'll move to this F power chord, which will just be at 3s on this low D and the A now. And we'll strum that out to finish the measure, about 8 strums or so here. Right, come back to that open A power chord for 4 strums. And then just finish on the open low D power chord. Open low D, open A. You want to do about 12 strums on that or so. Just finish that measure. And we would just loop that section throughout the intro. Alright, if you want to do the little bass riff that's happening in the intro as well, put some phaser on there, and we'll pick it this way where we'll be 2 on the middle D. We go 2, middle D, 3A, 2 middle D, 3A, kind of flip it now, and then we'll go 3A, 2D, 3A. Okay, just hold that. And the next section, kick it off the same way, 2D, 3A, 2D, 3A. Then we go open A, 2 on the D, open A. Right, and those 2 sections just repeat. Okay, last part of the intro. It's also like the main verse pattern here. Everything gets heavy, everything comes in. Initially, we're going to come up and do this big A power chord here. We'll do it drop D style at the 7s. Alright, so 7 on the D-A-D. And the first time we hit this, you kind of just want to hit it and hold it once, and then just slide it out. Every other time after that, when we come up to these 7s, we're just strumming it 4 times. So there's just one little exception at the very beginning. So initially we'll hit this big 7 power chord here, slide it out, move down now to the F power chord at the 3s on the D-A-D, and with this you want to strum it 3 times, hesitate once, hesitate, and then we do 4 times. Alright, and that's the pattern we're looking for there. And like I said, now we go back to this A power chord, and we're just going to do it 4 times from here on out, even when we come back and loop this whole thing over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to come off to D, low D power chords, and strum it the same way as we did the Fs. 1, 2, 3, hesitate, once, hesitate, and then 4. Okay, we get a brief little interlude. Everything kind of gets clean and chill again. We do an open low D, and then we come up and we hit 8A, 10G for the octaves, and then just drop down to 7A, 9G. Into the second verse now, and we get this alternate version of the main riff here. We just immediately go to the Fs and hit them twice, a little spaced out, and then we'll come down and hit this suspended second part of the F chord by just hitting 5s on the middle D 4 times and repeat that twice. All right, just do that twice. And then simple enough, we just shift it down to D now. Do a couple open low Ds, and we hit 2s for the suspended second on that D there 4 times. All right, and repeat that D section twice. All right, into the second, more extended interlude, just before the bridge. The bass comes in with a little riff, and it's just kind of doing this open low D, 2 on the middle D to 3, and then do that twice. We do an open low D to open middle D. All right, and it just kind of loops out throughout this section. Eventually, guitar comes in with this kind of descending pattern,